All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are talking about a powerful financial tool that honestly is hiding in plain sight for most people. It's a way to build wealth that, when you first hear about it, sounds way too good to be true.
I mean, just think about that for a second. A totally legal, government-approved account where your money grows and grows, and you never, not ever, pay a single dollar in taxes on it when you take it out in retirement. This isn't some secret trick for billionaires. It's called a Roth IRA. So here's the crazy part. Look at this. Despite how incredible this is, almost 3/4 of Americans who can use a Roth IRA just don't. That huge number represents a massive missed opportunity. And today, we're going to fix that for you.
Right? That is always the first question, and it's a good one to ask. It feels like you found a money cheat code in a video game, but the logic behind it is actually super simple. It all comes down to when you pay your taxes.
So what's the secret sauce here? Well, the whole idea of the Roth IRA is that it flips the old way of saving for retirement completely upside down. You skip the small tax break today to get a huge one later on.
Okay, so here's the deal in a nutshell. With a Roth IRA, you put in money that you've already paid taxes on. You know, the money that hits your bank account from your paycheck. And because the government already got their cut up front, they make a deal with you. They promise to never, ever touch any of the growth that money makes for as long as you live. And this right here shows you the choice you're making. With a normal 401k, you get a tax break now, which is nice, but you pay taxes on everything when you pull it out later. With a Roth, it's the opposite. You pay taxes on the little seed of money you plant today, so you can keep the entire massive harvest later on totally tax-free. Okay, so let's talk about what that tax-free harvest can actually look like, because this is where the numbers get, frankly, a little insane. You really get to see the mind-blowing power of compound interest when taxes aren't constantly taking a piece of it. So let's imagine someone, let's call her Sarah. She starts at age 25, and she puts in the max amount every year, say $6,500 until she's 65. So over 40 years, her total out-of-pocket contribution is $260,000. Now, let's assume her investments just get a 10% average return, which is pretty close to the historical stock market average. Well, thanks to the magic of compounding, the market could do the heavy lifting and add another $2.6 million on top of what she put in. So by the time she's ready to retire, she's looking at a nest egg of almost $3 million. That is a life-changing amount of money, all built from being consistent. But now for the multi-million-dollar question. Literally, after all those decades of growth, when Sarah's ready to enjoy her retirement and start spending that money, how much of that nearly $3 million does she have to send to the IRS? You're seeing it right, zero. A big, fat nothing. Her tax bill is $0. Every single penny of that $2.9 million is hers. If that same money were in a traditional 401k, the tax bill could easily be hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is the magic of the Roth IRA. All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, I'm sold. How do I get in on this? Well, there are a few rules, but they're pretty straightforward. Let's just quickly cover the big ones for 2024. So first off, there are income limits. If you're single, you need to make under about $146,000 to put in the full amount for 2024. Second, you can put in up to $6,500 a year or $7,500 if you're 50 or older. This is a big one. You have to have earned income, so from a job, not just investments. And here's a really cool feature. You can take out the money you put in, your contributions, anytime you want for any reason with no tax or penalty. It's a great safety net. Now, this brings up a really common question I get all the time. Hey, my job offers a 401k. Where should I put my money first? And thankfully, there's a really simple game plan for this that almost every financial expert agrees on. Here it is, step 1. Always, and I mean always, put enough money into your 401k to get the full company match. That is literally free money. It's a 100% return on your investment instantly. Don't you dare leave it on the table. Then, step 2, once you've got the match, switch gears and try to max out your Roth IRA. And then, step 3, if you're a super saver and you've done all that, then you go back and put more money into your 401k. So what's the bottom line here? It's this. If you're young and have decades until retirement, getting all that growth completely tax-free is almost always going to be way more valuable than getting a little tax deduction today. You're basically making a bet that your money is going to grow a lot and the taxes might be higher in the future. It's a pretty good bet. You know, the best part about all of this is how ridiculously easy it is to get started. You don't need a fancy financial advisor. You don't need a lot of money. You can literally get this done in less time than it takes to watch an episode of your favorite show.
You can open a Roth IRA pretty much anywhere, but these three are fantastic for beginners: Fidelity, Vanguard, and Charles Schwab. People love Fidelity because it's a great all-arounder with no fees. Vanguard is kind of the king of long-term, simple index funds, and Schwab has a really easy-to-use website and no minimums to start.
And seriously, the process is this simple. You go to one of those websites, you click the big Open an Account button, you pick Roth IRA from the list, and you link your bank account. And here's the pro tip: set up an automatic recurring transfer, even if it's small. That way you're saving on autopilot without even thinking about it.
And please, hear me on this. Don't get overwhelmed by the big contribution numbers. You don't have to max it out. The single most important thing you can do is just to start. Seriously, even setting up an automatic $50 a month is a huge, powerful first step.
And that's what it all comes down to, right? You're taking maybe 15 minutes out of your day today to make a decision that the person you'll be in 30 or 40 years will be unbelievably grateful for. It's probably the best gift you could ever give your future self.
So now you know the secret of the Roth IRA. But the next big question is, what should you actually invest in once you open the account? We are going to dive deep into that one next time. See you then.